Happy Frugal Friday, K-Squad. I am so excited to be doing a collab today with our friends over at Frugal Money Saver. Hey, Emmy and Paul. We're gonna share 5 tips to continue to live below our means, even through the holidays. Let's do this. Oh, and stick around for our final CROCKTOBER meal of the month. Warning, it's delicious. If you are brand new here or you are coming over from Frugal Money Saver, welcome to the family. The K-Squad welcomes you with open arms. And Emmy and Paul, thank you so much for doing this collab with me. Over on their channel, they want to show how to have an abundant life and spend less money. And hey, that is the same vibe we are doing over here. I talk about frugal living, budgeting, saving money, and a splash of minimalism to really add value to your daily routine. I'm gonna talk more about Emmy and Paul as we go on, but let's get straight into the tips. If you're trying to stay living below your means during the holidays, we've got to make a couple adjustments and keep a couple things in mind so that we don't blow the budget, even though really exciting times are coming. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. Love Christmas. But that doesn't mean that I want to blow the budget just because it's that time of year. You know what I'm saying? The number one tip to live below your means this holiday season is reduce going out to eat or doing takeout for the next month. If you currently are going out to eat or spending money out on breakfast, lunch, or dinner, let's say 4 times a week, see if you can cut that in half. Think about it. Currently, how many times a week do you spend money on food that is not from your grocery shopping? If you would be so kind, leave that number in the comments. Let us know. How many times are you going out to eat or taking out food other than your grocery shopping per week currently? Then take that number and slash it in half. If you can do more, great, but just even cutting that number in half. So say you do 2 times a week. 1 time a week is gonna put a little extra money in your pocket to save for your festivities this holiday season and won't be that painful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying eliminate it. I'm saying reduce it for the next 30 days so you can pile up some cash for the season. Number 2, if you want to live below your means this holiday season, plan ahead. Consider borrowing from friends or family, especially if it's just for your Christmas party. Instead of buying a whole new table that you only use once a year or chairs that are gonna take up space and eat up your storage the rest of the year, can you just borrow for this one occasion? Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a 7-foot Christmas tree, and that's what it says on the box, but it looks pretty small, and my ornaments no longer fit on it. And I was really contemplating buying a new one, or some people say maybe you could reduce your ornaments, but let's face it, I'm not doing that. They have a lot of sentimental value. My mom gets us a new ornament every single year. She has since I was a baby, and this is just something that means something to me, and I want to be able to display them all. But I honestly don't want to spend the money on a new tree. So my mom actually reached out because they bought a new tree, and she said, hey, I've got a 9-footer. You want to borrow it this holiday and make sure your ornaments fit? And I said, heck yes, Mom. Thank you. Normally, I don't like borrowing things very much, especially money. Hey! And that's why I refuse to be in debt except for this house. But what I'm saying is, can you borrow just for this occasion so you don't have to break the bank and then have stuff that you're only going to use once or twice a year? Just putting it out there, give it some thought. Ask around. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. The number 3 way to live below your means, even though it's the holidays, don't overgift. I am so guilty of this, you guys, and I've talked to you about it before. I used to be an over-gifter. I'm talking, would think about gift giving all the time, always trying to find the perfect gift, and it was just a little excessive. And some of my friends and family, gifts aren't even their love language, so I really feel like it was overboard. Some of them it is, and they love it, but you kind of have to know your friends and family too. Are they really into the gifts, or is this obligatory gift giving? There's nothing worse, right? Obligatory gift giving, you don't really want to, you're giving it because you feel like you have to, but let's even cut that out. Let's talk about your friends and family that you really do want to shop for. A couple Christmases ago, I cut my budget in half. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it up here. I'll leave it down in the description. And no one noticed. Not one person felt it. Not one person said anything. Not that I think they would, but it was seamless. It was completely seamless. I found ways to save money, which again, I will leave a playlist at the end of this video for you to watch with everything related to the holidays from me so that you can click through those and get some inspiration. Truth be told, I love gift giving and I love gift getting. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I am the way that I am, I love it. I think it's so fun, and there's nothing better than a thoughtful gift from someone or something that I could truly use, but you don't have to overdo it. Don't overgift this holiday season. Give it a try, see how it goes. Number 4 is consider spending less on wrapping. I know people that spend a ton on wrapping, like crazy amounts just on the paper. So I'm going to encourage you, if you are one of those people spending a lot, I would say consider spending less on the wrapping without sacrificing the presentation. I do think the presentation is also a pleasure to receive. My favorite presentation is like a box with a ribbon on it. I'm gonna leave a couple simple ideas. So if you go to the Dollar Tree, first of all, it's gonna be way cheaper there than anywhere else. Or how about you get a big, cheap roll of brown paper, which sounds gross, but then you make it look cute. I will leave a couple pictures here of what I've seen on Pinterest, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, this one is really simple. Red ribbon and your name on it. In this one, they're getting real cute. They're putting the kids' fingerprints and stringing along like lights. I'm not that creative, you guys, but if you've got a little creative bone in your body, you could do this or keep it simple and do this. But don't break the bank on the wrapping. Yes, I do think presentation has its place for sure. Remember what is important and focus on those things instead. Which leads me to number 5. What's important during the holidays besides the obvious of being together? The food, right? Like, there is no one that's gonna be like, I would rather see 3 beautiful wreaths than have a delicious meal for the holidays. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But the decor adds a vibe. Maybe you have a little holiday music going on in the background, but the food is the thing. But you also don't have to feel like you have to provide everything. Every single Christmas Eve, I do a potluck for our Christmas Eve dinner, and it is always a success. I always tell them, hey, I'm gonna have this going in the crock pot. Please bring something to contribute to the table. Luckily, my family is way better at cooking everything than me. So, I mean, I'm the weakest link. And I'm not too shabby now, you guys. You've seen CROCKTOBER. I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve now. And real easy, right? Real minimal, real simple. But I'm getting up there. I'm moving up in the ranks. I'm not the bottom of the cooking barrel anymore. I actually put a little effort in now. But do a potluck. I repeat, the food is one of the things to focus on. Everyone enjoys some delicious tasting things at Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate that meal. Make it good, bring something yummy, but maybe you're only responsible for one thing and everyone else contributes, and that spreads out the budget a little bit amongst the family. No one feels put upon with all the costs of everything. Spread it around a little bit and make it fun. A huge part of this channel that I like to stress is making frugal living fun. I'm using my hands a lot today. I'm gonna put these back in my pocket. I hope these 5 tips have given you a little something to think about when you're thinking about living below your means this holiday season and not blowing your budget. And speaking of food and speaking of crock pot recipes, let's get into this week's meal. Let's kick off the weekend with crock pot chicken tacos. And now, time for the ceremonial snap of the crock pot liner. Let's do this. Meet the ingredients: chicken breast, peppers, onions, and taco mix. Add chicken, taco seasoning, sprinkled on top, onions, peppers, one more packet of taco mix. High for 4 hours. All right, so last night when this finished cooking, it was later in the evening and I had already had dinner. So I packed it up for lunch and I am stirring it around right now. I decided to do the mixture plus some sour cream, a little cheese, and I crumpled up Tostitos just as like a little crunch, almost like the crouton of it all. Let's see what we got going on here. Yes, please. Oh, man, I love everything tacos and everything sour cream, but oh, that's really good. This is gonna be gone in like 2 seconds because it's so delicious. So easy, you guys. So easy. I made it last night and then I've got plenty. I'll probably have it for lunch, for dinner, and for lunch for a couple days. You could also put it as a topping for a salad. You can make this into enchiladas. You could do tacos. You could do quesadillas. You could do fajitas. There's so many different variations you could do. And yes, I'm coming back for round 2 for dinner. And it is yum, 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 yummy. I'm so happy right now. The possibilities are endless and scrumptious. Think about how long it took me to prep this, like a minute. Chicken, seasoning, vegetables, seasoning, boom, done. Voila. 4 hours later, you got yourself chicken for a while. I just want to say I'm so happy I got to collab with Emmy and Paul today. So after you're done this video, I hope that you pop on over to their channel. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Let them know I sent you. They are just the warmest, sweetest, most wonderful people. I'm so glad that I've been watching them for a while. And if you haven't been watching them yet, go ahead and hit subscribe over at their channel. You're gonna love it. When Emmy and I were talking and preparing for this, I just want to like go hang out with her. Emmy, I just want to hang out with you. Can we just hang out? What a great couple. Thanks guys for doing this collab with me, and welcome to all of you that came over from their channel. I'm so happy to see you and I hope you stick around. Before you go, take a second, go into the comments and leave us one thing that you're gonna do to stay living below your means this coming holiday season. I can't wait to read your comments. There's a couple exciting things coming down the pipe here on the Kaden channel. So if you don't want to miss a video, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the bell so you're notified every time we upload, because we got a lot coming at you this fall and winter. And I can't wait to share it all with you. See you next Friday. Bye, guys. Are you heading over to Frugal Money Saver? Head on over. Go check them out.